Well, how are you guys doing today? I am making this video because we're going to discuss my advanced system utility that I've been building for quite a while now. And this is basically a Windows 8 and Windows 10 advanced system utility to help you do advanced administration of your system. There will be a link to download it in the description at the bottom of this video. So let's get started here. This is what you're gonna get when you're inside it. You should find this file. It says Advanced System Util version 2.6 BAT, or whatever version, because this may be upgraded later. I'm gonna go ahead and double click on that, which it's going to ask for a user account upgrade, which, yep, is gonna cause my system to black out for a minute because it's asking for administrative privileges. Okay, then you get this window that'll open up. At the top of the page, it should tell you welcome and your username. Yep, whatever your username is, because it's going to grab that. Yep, off your system. Which it's buried behind my name at the top of the page up there, but that's alright. This is version 2.6. First thing you're going to need to do, though, in order to make some of these script things that are running on this for this utility viable, is at the very top of the page it gives you a note right here. It says, note, you will need to restart your computer. Next one, PowerShell scripts and scripts need execution policy changes. It says, note 1, open PowerShell as admin, which that's pretty easy on Windows 10. Just come down here to your start menu, right click on it, and scroll up and you'll see where it says Windows PowerShell admin. Click on that. Of course, it's going to black out my screen again because it's asking for administrative privileges to run in administrator mode. Now, let's move this over. Oh, this is PowerShell in the administrator mode. It says administrator on there. And up here, it says you need to type Set-execution-policy space remote signed, which, I'm just gonna, highlight that in the script, and then I'm gonna hit Control-C, which will copy it, and then I'm gonna come over here to the PowerShell and hit Control-V, which is will paste it in there. And then I'm gonna hit Enter, like it says. It says type this into your PowerShell script and hit Enter, which I did. This is the next screen you're gonna see. It says the execution policy helps protect you from scripts that you do not trust. Changing the execution policies might expose you to the security risks described in the About Execution Policies Help topics at go Microsoft.com FWD link. Do you want to change execution policy? And I want to type A. Yes to all. So I'm going to hit A. Hit Enter again. And then I'm going to type exit, which will shut that off. And then, of course, now that I've done that, you're going to need to restart the computer. Well, actually, I don't think you do for that one. This says asterisk. If anything that has an asterisk behind it, you'll need to restart the machine for it. Anything that has the hashtag behind it, that's PowerShell script. Which not all of them are marked that they're PowerShell scripts. Yeah, I just noticed that. Not all of them that are PowerShell scripts are marked that they are. But there's a bunch of them on there. I just noticed that. It's something I didn't fix in the 2.6 version. But okay, no matter. We'll continue this tutorial. And I don't think I'm gonna fix it either. Just didn't roll out a version change either. So it's just gonna be the way it is. Um, this is administration tracking and tracing tools for admin and LAN. You can do IP tracing, URL tracing, port checker, and find all connections on your local LAN. What this does is if you run, here I'll move this over. If you run IP trace, it'll create this ping text file right here, which we're gonna run one. So it says enter your choice. I'm gonna press 1, enter. Now it's asking me, please enter IP address that you want to ping. So I'm gonna type in my local IP address because I'm gonna ping my local router, and then I'm gonna hit enter. And then it's gonna ask me what option, which it lists the option on here, right here on here, which I'm gonna tell it to run -4 IPv4 only. So we're gonna put in -4 in there. Enter command options. Hit enter. And then it's gonna ping that IP. And we're gonna sit here and wait for it to do its thing. And it's gonna take a bit for it to run through its execution things. It should come up saying pinging the IP address you listed, and then it'll go to the next prompt of saying running path ping with option 4. And then you're gonna sit here and twiddle your thumbs for a while until it finishes it. The path ping, it takes forever to run a path ping and generate script files on this system. This utility does all kinds of things. You can do port checker, URL traces. Okay, it just finished. It says it finished. See ping.txt file for result. Hit it, press any key to continue. I'm going to press the spacebar, which will send it back to enter choice. Over here, yeah, in the script, it should have created one ping.txt file right there underneath the batch file inside the folder. And if I double click that and open that, this is what I should see. This information here, which, yep, just told me that it pinged it, what, blah, 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 in the trace route. Yep, and it gave me all the information on it. Yep, okay. And then we're going to come back, and then we're going to do, yeah, I'm going to skip over doing a URL trace, because that's pretty self-explanatory, but we'll do a port checker. Which, yeah, run port checker, finish port check, see port scan for results, which I just did. It's going to create this file right here, port scan text. I'm going to open this file. This will list all of the IPs, foreign addresses, local addresses, and the program IDs for all things that are running on your system on the network. What this allows you to do is check your system, what all connections are being made, what port is in use, which right now is this port right here with TCP proto it's listening, and program ID 1052 is listening on port 135. there's also, you can see I got a number of other things running here. And you can see there, this is everything that's running on my system. Which there's a bunch of them running right now, because as you can tell. And this is pretty typical loadout. However, let's scroll up here, like, this one's running. Then it says it's connected to 35.201.97.85 on port 443. 11896 is the program ID. So, you can tell on here that that's obs-browser-page.exe is using that. Here, let's go to one up here that isn't listed. Like this one here. Cannot obtain ownership information of what this one is. This is one program ID 16048. So we'll go over here to my little utility I made, and you want to run convert PID to program name, which is number 11. So we're going to run 11, and then it's going to tell you enter the program ID. So let's type in 1648, and it comes back and responds to me and says down here that that's the search app that's running on that, even though it couldn't obtain the information on it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and now if I want to kill that task, I can hit 12. And now it's going to ask me enter program ID to kill, and I'm going to kill that. So 16048, and that it should have task killed that for me. Maybe not. Nope, there's a problem in the task kill function. Ooh. Yep. Okay, so don't run task kill because there's an error in that one. Guess I didn't do enough debugging on it. So yeah. There's another way of doing it too, which instead of using the task kill function, which I'll have to fix that, I'm gonna have to do a new version change to fix the kill task via PID. Which I'll work on that later, and then we'll roll out a new version. For now, though, let's bypass using that, and we'll tell it to do a 10, which will open the task manager. And then we'll go to details. And then you can search the list by program ID. So then I scroll down here, and right there it is. It says it's suspended. So let's say I want, let's go any task it. I gave you multiple options to be able to get into doing it because yeah, I've had some issues with this utility in the past. So it's not like there's I didn't provide you with another option to be able to get to it to do it. So I will have to put that in my to-do list to fix number 12 in the system. Which I'm gonna write that down real quick. Well, okay. Yep. Hashtag. My to-do list. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright, back to where I was. I'm gonna have to do some debugging and fix that error. And I'll fix that, and I guess I will be rolling out a 2.7 version in the near future. Alright, now, you can also run port or find all connections on LAN, which that'll scan the whole, that'll do a scan of your entire local area network and report, yep, any machines that are on the system back to you, which I'm not going to do it. It takes forever. Network card tools, DNS flush. That'll flush your DNS cacher. Of course, there's an asterisk behind it, meaning you need to restart your system. If you do so, same way with the network driver reset, that will reset your WinSock and all your network driver and purge any corrupt network drivers problems in your system, and flush your DNS cacher and reset everything back to default in case somebody like hijacked your main network card. Yep, parser or WinSock or your driver, which seems to be a common occurrence on today's date with this ransom fucking ware bullshit and all this other crap going on. But okay. Windows OS tools. We're gonna get into that one, which is number 7. Which this will download, whether you're using Windows 8 or 10, it will download the latest Windows image for your system. Which we're gonna sit here and wait for it. Enjoy my little music that's in the background. And we're waiting. And basically, what I decided to do is a long time ago, when I was being a system administrator for a number of different companies, I decided to start writing a batch program that made it simplified a lot of this stuff for me. And this is the result of it, and it's been through many a recreations over the years. So that finished, and it downloaded the latest image, and now I'm going to run 8, which is the system file checker. What that does is it will scan the system and compare, yep, the files of my system against the image that I just downloaded. Which is going to go ahead and run that whole system. I'm just going to let it sit here and tick away. It should come back and tell me there's no Windows integrity violation. Windows Resource Protection did not find any integrity violations of your system. Please press any key to continue, which will send you back to the prompt, saying that there's nothing wrong with my system, meaning I don't have to restart because nothing was changed. Check disk for errors and repair. That will prompt my system to do a full hard drive check of any drive I enter in there, which I'm not going to do that right now. I don't want to have to reboot the system. We already did a 10 show task manager, which that just brings the forces the task manager to come up for you. Convert PID to program name. Yep, we did that one as well, which is 11. 12. Yep, I'm gonna have to fix that one. That's the kill task via PID, which, yeah, there's a error in the coding in there somewhere that I'm gonna have to fix for that one to make that one work. Hard disk device info, which is 13, which I'm gonna run that one. And you can see down here at the bottom, it's outputting all of my hard drives and all of my drives installed in my system, and what their hard disk device volume numbers are, which comes in handy if you're cloning or various applications you may do later that you may need this information for. Most of you people, some of this stuff that this thing does, it probably will never benefit you whatsoever, but it might. 14, Windows version number, which that, if I hit 14, it'll prompt this up. This window will come up. It tells you what version your Windows operating system you're running, blah, 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 blah. I hit OK. And then it's also going to create a text file with more advanced information, which we'll call System Info text file. And then I press any key to reset it, and I come over here and you can view that device text file that it just created for you, which it'll output all the information for you. Let's see here. Where are we at? Windows disk cleanup. Well, that just opens the Windows disk cleanup thing to clean up your hard drives. Windows Ssd Migration. That's for system. If you punch in 16, that's for systems that you're setting up that have M.2 drive or solid state primary hard drive, and you have a secondary hard drive installed that is not a solid state drive, that you want to migrate parts of the system to be resided on an external on the other drive. It moves your cache files. It moves a lot of the slush files, like the downloads folder, the video folder. A lot of that stuff will move to the other drive. Pretty much everything's stored on the desktop. Well, over here, all of this stuff that's over here on the side over here, which will all be resident on your other drive. I'm not going to run it right now because I've already done it on mine, but anytime I have a new system that I'm setting up, I'll run this program and migrate everything using number 16. And it's an automated migration. It'll migrate everything. 17, which stops the search app, the .exe. 18 will remove my phone app that the Windows builds in, which I'm just going to run it real quick for you, which it just runs a script. It pops up there. Application Audit, which this will check all of your Windows applications that are downloaded from Microsoft Windows Store, and it'll check to make sure that all of your applications are up to date and there's no corrupt. This right here, line 4, right here. That's the name of the program. That of course it can't check these files right here. These two are standard. You're always going to see these errors anytime you run that application audit. And this line 4 pretty much tells you what the program is that's running, and right here, this code right here is the code you need if you were to re-register the app. So if I wanted to come up here and run 20, I need to make a copy of that right there. Yep, to re-register that app. However, these two codes are always going to error on you because they're in use and your system can't do an application audit on them. These two will never function, never work. However, there is a way, like if you're having problems with your start menu not working, right here's your code for the start menu to reinstall it. Which, yeah, you can look it up online. Look it up online, like, oh, how do I reinstall the Windows Start Menu Experience Host? Like if your start menu's acting up and it won't work for you. This will allow you to correct that and make it work. Which you do that through the re-register app, which would be 20. Enter application name, and you type that in, which I'm not going to put anything in there. I'm not going to do anything with that. Which those functions are working. 21 will reinstall all the built-in applications that are built in on your system. So any application you downloaded off the Windows Store, it will literally go and re-download every daggone one of them on your system if you punch 21. 22 is a Windows Update reset. If you're having problems with Windows Update, not downloading updates, try running 22. Windows Update Reset, which will run a script that purges all of the Windows Update crap out of your system and resets everything. Restart your system, come back in, and then check to see if your Windows Updates will work afterward. If you want to remove Cortana from Windows 10, which I took it out of my system, it should, if I can tell it to, it's gonna try to run it and remove it. 24 will delete the system, do a system restart, which if I punch in 24, my whole computer will reboot. I don't want to do that. 25 will delete all these text files. So if I go over here, yeah, see all the text files in the folder over here just deleted. Yep. These are detection vulnerability scans. Log4j detection scan. That takes forever to run, but it will scan your entire system and check every application, everything in your system, whether or not it has a log4j exploit in it, and tell you what you can do to fix it. Nvidia Optimization, that's for optimizing your graphics card. I'm gonna run 27. Optimize onboard graphics card or optimize the installed graphics card. I'm a B, which it's going to start this program up. This window here has to stay open while this runs, and I just hit apply changes. It should reset everything, close that out. That window will close. Now I've redid all of my optimization to and set all of the settings properly. Alright. I think that's pretty much about it. Which, if you hit 0, that'll quit. Stay tuned for, I will try to get a new release of it out. Put a new release of it up there for you guys to download once I do some debugging and fixing of it. And I'm gonna exit that out. And you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching. Bye.